need to finish it. I need to finish it. Okay. There we go. Which part of my screen are you able to see? Vicky? Okay.
Okay, yes. Here. I'm saying Zoom AI companion.
Hiyo ndio yenye unaona? Ah, hiyo?
Yeah, trading in the zone.
Oh, sasa I think this is the page that we reached because nimefungua na ikafungukia hapo, so probably I guess it's here. This is page what? Page 22. Yeah, page 22 ndio yenye tuliacha mimi na wewe, si ndio? Tukiwa wote. I think tuliachia page 21. The last time we were the three of us, mimi, wewe na Nelson. If I'm not wrong. Okay. Uko hapa kweli ama hata ulienda? I'm not sure if on this call.
I'm here. Niko.
Oh, uko.
Alafu you're live streaming this call.
Oh yeah, I'm live streaming it. For reference, nimesema wacha ni live stream ipata next time. Najua niliwachia wapi.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe the last time tukiwa na Nelson na Diana, we were able maybe to read, I think if we went so much, it's just 2 extra pages because the last time yenye tulikuwa watatu we finished at page 21. So this one I think we went up to this area.
Oh.
Yeah, so maybe we can progress from this area if that's okay with you, ama ungependa turudi back to page 21.
We can just progress.
You can progress, you'll catch up.
Nita-read hizo 2 pages.
Utaziread. It's something we can go back.
Okay, then let's go back.
Okay, we can go back. Hiyo tulipiga story mingi. I remember the last time tulipiga story mingi sana. So I said page 21. Yep, we started around. We were able to read this. Are you able to trace mali tuliachia?
No, I feel like umerudi nyuma sana. Si tulikuwa tushasoma hizo zote?
Tulikuwa tumesoma?
Because that time we read a lot of things. But I remember you said you marked the place mali tuliachia.
Yeah, nilikuwa nimemark. I don't know what happened tena na mashinini yangu. The last time nilikuja kucheck nilipata, but nilikuwa nimemark kwa the physical book. Let me find my physical. I refreshed everything alafu mashini yangu pia ikanifanyia ile stuff. Oh, the answer unequivocal yes. The best trades can put up a trade without the slightest bit of hesitation. Yep. So these are the areas that we were supposed to be starting from. Page 21. So literally we can start from here. I don't know if you remember we were having a discussion of this. Can you remember?
Yes.
Yes. So technically we can start from assumption from this area. So do you wanna take the lead?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a perfectly reasonable assumption for any trader to make. In fact, not only do virtually all traders make assumptions, but the traders take pride in thinking of themselves as risk takers. The problem is that this assumption couldn't be further from the truth. Of course, any trader is taking a risk when you put a trade, but that doesn't mean that you are correspondingly accepting the risk. In other words, all trades are risky because the outcomes are probable, not guaranteed. But do most traders really believe they are taking risks when they put on a trade? Have they really accepted that the trade has an unguaranteed, probable outcome? Furthermore, have they really accepted the possible consequences? So in short, here they are talking about trading being like risk taking, and if someone is really ready to take that risk,
Yeah. Technical is just
and the
I think
outcome of the risk, if it goes your way or not.
exactly.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
just being accepting that you are in that game, you're trying to take a risk, so you have to really define it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
Mm-hmm.
answer is the answer is unequivocally no. Most traders have absolutely no concept of what it means to be a risk taker in the way a successful trader thinks about risk. The best traders not only take the risk, they have also learned to accept and embrace the risk. There is a huge psychological gap between assuming you are a risk taker because you put on trades and fully accepting the risk inherent in each trade. Where when you fully accept the risk, it will have profound implication on your bottom line performance. The best traders can put on a trade without the slightest bit of hesitation or conflict, and they just freely and without hesitation or conflict admit it isn't working. They can go out of the trade even with a loss, and doing so doesn't resonate with the slightest bit of emotional discomfort. In other words, the risk inherent in trading do not cause the best traders to lose their discipline, focus, or sense of confidence. If you are unable to trade without the slightest bit of emotion, discomfort, specifically fear, then you have
Mm-hmm.
not learned how to then you have not learned how to accept the risk inherent in trading. This is a big problem because to whatever degree you haven't accepted the risk, in some degree to which you will avoid the risk. Trying to avoid something is that is unavoidable will have dis, disastrous effects on your ability
To
to
trade
trade
success.
successfully. Learning to truly accept the risk in any endeavor can be difficult, but it is extremely difficult for traders to especially considering what's at stake. what we
Mm-hmm.
generally most afraid of, beside being dying or public speaking, certainly losing money and being wrong, both rank close to the top of the list. Admitting we are wrong and losing money to boot can be extremely painful and certainly something to avoid. Yet, as traders, we confronted with two possibilities virtually every moment we are in a trade. Now you might be saying to yourself, apart from the fact that it hurts so much, it's natural too. So, in short, what
Wow.
this paragraph is talking about is the fact that people they think they are risk takers when doing it. However, until the risk happens is when they feel some emotional discomfort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Uh, nimeenda wapi?
Eh,
Dying, public speaking, losing money can be extremely painful also. Ni hapa tu chini kidogo.
hapa kwa two. It is natural to not want to
Mm.
be wrong and lose something. Therefore, it's appropriate for me to do whatever I can do to avoid it. I agree with you.
Oh,
You've seen?
I'm lost.
Okay, unaona
Oh, yeah,
before
yeah,
the
yeah,
next
nimepata.
paragraph.
Yeah.
Yeah, there.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But it is also this natural tendency that makes trading, which looks like should be easy, extremely difficult, accepting the losses.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah, so actually this part, we were able to really consistently stuck to this part for a very long time because of how bold the topic was speaking. We all
Mm-hmm.
gave examples of our situations, like whatever we've been battling for all these years. It's just a matter of being able to define that risk. Most of the time, you find yourself, so you'll find maybe you are holding on to a losing trade, but ikifika kwa a winning trade, you're not holding on to it.
Hey, true.
So unapata kwa trade yenye clearly you're seeing that you're losing, you'll find yourself kind of adjusting your stop loss. But trade
Mm,
yenye una win, you find yourself jumping out quick.
yeah.
So it's because of that thing yenye tuko nayo of not wanting to lose, not wanting to accept that, okay, it isn't working, so let me just get out of this.
Mm,
Yeah, so this part really spoke boldly about that, and I think deep as we are going to go deep into the book, we're going to see maybe ways and measures that we're going to counter that as well.
mm.
Yeah, so and that's
And that is
definitely
so true. Whatever you said is
mm-hmm.
so true. Because I've
Yeah.
also found myself in a situation where you're holding a losing trade, but
Mm-hmm.
you when you're in blues, you fail
Mm-hmm.
to hold till TP is hit.
Yes.
Okay.
So unapata mostly is that emotional impact of the of the past and psychology, and that's why
Mm,
the strategies that we're going to use based on that. So, but the moment umesha define risk yako and you're comfortable with it, you say like, okay, I'm okay losing $30, and you're just okay with it, whatever that trade, wherever that trade will be going, which side, whenever the trade will be going. Actually,
mm,
it changes the game because you've refined your risk and you know even if I lose this amount, it's not going to be a pain for me like in any way.
mm,
So ni kitu umeshai accept.
yeah.
Yeah, you're not just doing it, and then you're holding your hands together, trying to pray that things go your way. So unapata that's when, especially wakati ume over leverage ama umeka very big lot size, that's when those impact normally zinakuja, those psychological effects most of the
Mm,
time. Yeah, you find yourself
yes.
you've over leveraged, maybe you are too overconfident with a trade, ukaeka lot size kubwa. So with that lot size kubwa ukarealize nikiweka stop loss yangu hapa itakuwa
Mm.
kubwa sana, so unashindwa hata utaweka wapi stop loss, so uko like okay, unangoja iende in blues a little bit alafu ndio uweke stop loss,
Mm.
then unakuja kurealize it's not working out.
Yeah, true.
Ni kama tu inaenda chini, so inaenda chini, your account is draining but you don't want also to close by because you're already deep into shit.
Mm.
So unapata ulikuwa una lose $50 instead of you just accepting that thing and jumping out, unapata imefika 100 unapata imefika 150, before you know it, you are down to 100, before you know you're almost blowing your account, then unaanza kuregret, ningejua hata close wakati ilikuwa 30 ama 50 ama 100.
Mm.
Ama kuna masaa zingine it comes to your stop loss and then inarudi kwa entry area, then unaanza kufikiria okay, nimeokolewa hapo sasa, I think it's time now, it's going to flip, it's going to go the other way.
Mm. Mm.
Ilikuja kwa break even area that you could have been able to do what, to exit that trade, but what do? You still hold to that bad trade.
Yeah,
So you
true.
end up finding yourself you've lost more na your trade unge jump out quite earlier, like it gave you all the chances for you to exit.
Kweli.
Mhm. So maybe we can proceed. I kind of I've lost the call, so tanione. Okay, so we can proceed to what? Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So do you still wanna go or I take over a bit?
Let me just finish
Okay.
page
Okay.
hapa kwa. Okay, trading
Mhm.
presents us with a fundamental paradox. How do we remain disciplined, focused, and confident in the face of constant uncertainty? When you have learned how to think like a trader, that's exactly what you'll be able to do. Learning how to redefine your trading activities in a way that allows you to completely accept the risk is the key to thinking
Mhm.
like a successful trader. Learning to accept the risk is a trading skill, the most important skill you can learn, yet it is rare in developing traders' focus.
Wow, I love this. Learning to accept the risk in trading. Learning to accept the risk is a trading skill.
Yeah.
Learning to accept the risk is a trading skill. This one speaks bold. The
Mm,
most important skill you can learn, actually, the most important skill you can learn actually, and not just in trading. This is just basic. It speaks boldly in life and in everything.
mm.
Yeah, just
Accepting the
accepting.
risk.
Yeah, accepting the outcome in everything, accepting your own decisions that you made wrong. Once you've already accepted them, you know, okay, it has happened. Sarah, it has happened. So what can I work on to change so that this occurrence it doesn't happen again? It's just basically
Yeah.
learning from the situation and be able to don't let it hold you down, but learn from it and pick up yourself, take the pieces, and you go back to
Enyewe
the.
psychology is very important because reading this, I notice like many people do not have discipline. Now you're like the right psychology.
Yeah, and that's why a lot of people quit.
Hey, it is people of people just look about the skill and they fail to overlook about psychology. Hey, this is so true.
Mhm.
Eh,
Yeah, so uh paragraph yako ijaisha.
oh, yet it is rare developing to focus any attention to expand any effort into learning it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Wow. Isn't this yet? It's rare that developing traders focus any attention or
To,
expend
to
any
expend
effort
any effort to learn
to learn
it.
it. Yeah, a lot of
Yes.
people will basically focus so much on the skill they want to learn, blah blah blah. Wanataka kulearn 1 2 3, wanataka kulearn ile ile. But when you start showing them things to do with their mindset, things to do with their psychology, it's for me, it's like umewahi anza kuambia mtu demons zake, maybe your
Yes.
friends, somebody ukaanza kumwambia maybe their fault. Mara mingi that topic turns them off.
Ni kama wana feel like they're being attacked.
Exactly. So they
Yes.
take it as a direct attack because ni kama ni kama tu ukianza kuambiwa ukweli, it kinds of
Really?
hurts you because deep down
Yes.
you know this is me, this is just my own fault, and nobody wants to take responsibility.
Accountability.
Maybe, yeah, mara mingi we want to blame to something else to ili to kuwe justified. So we want to blame maybe the government, we want to blame our environment, we want to blame Trump, we want to blame stima zilipotea, internet ilihang. No, no.
Mm.
Like most of my situations zenye nimekuwa nazo maybe that have blown accounts, that have made wrong decisions, I can blame on, I've blamed it on my environment, I've blamed it on the people who are around me, I've blamed it so many other times in my mindset, maybe kuna mtu alinichokora, blah blah blah. But technically, if I knew
Mm.
all that, why did I still sit in a computer and pushed a button to trade?
True.
So you see, despite of all that, those were all outside forces.
Yeah.
And nobody really wanna sit down. And I think we were having that discussion with you in the morning, the part of thinking, like
Yes.
literally, let's be honest, why did this really happen? Was it my fault? Once you just ask yourself, was it my fault? And you say yes, that is it. And reading this, there's another book that we are reading in the Sunday masterclass yenye tuko nayo with the GPS Club. We are reading The Power of Assumption.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's a part that it says about uh, it normally talks of man's chief delusion is that it is his own conviction that there is an external force other than his own conviction that is making
Mm.
things to happen maybe the way life yake iko. Sijui kama unanielewa. Like
Yes.
that is the biggest lie that we keep telling ourselves, that there's another force outside of us
Mm-hmm.
that is responsible for the things happening around us and why our life is the way it is.
Mm.
So that is the biggest lie that we are telling ourselves. And I don't know if you've ever met somebody na wanze kumwambia, do you know, like kuna mahali hata even in the Bible it's written, ye are gods.
We are gods.
Yeah, it's called, it's written ye, ile ye ya ye.
Who is here?
Yeah, it's like by saying ye are gods, like by saying
Or
you are
you.
gods.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of make things happen by the way you think, by the way you do things. Like nothing is random in your life. Most of the things that occurrences in your life are results of your own making.
Mm.
That is something you can't tell somebody akubali. Like, did I choose to be born in poverty? Yeah, you might not have been made the choice to be born in poverty, but something in you accepted it. You kind of accepted it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all the happenings in your life, everything that is happening right now, all the situations that you've undergone through, are a result of your own making. The moment you accept that, then you start viewing things on a different perspective. And for me, like this one speaks out the most because I remember I made a very a very bold decision after I started learning about. I was so much like deep into politics. Like mimi zilikuwa inanisumbuanga, naingia asubuhi ile sessions. I could sit KTN, NTV nione zile wale wanaitwanga nini, those people who sit there and start making comments wakipiga analysis, especially these moments of politics. I don't know how watu wanaitwangaje, ma political analyst.
Political science. Watu wamefanya
Yeah,
political science.
exactly, those kind of people, they will come there, they start arguing against each other. Unapata mtu wa ODM amekuja hapo, mtu wa Jubilee, mtu wa nani wamekuja hapo, they start arguing facts, wanaanza kuargue wakisema ho. I used to spend hours and hours and hours and hours watching that thing. Asubuhi nimeamkia sessions ya asubuhi, nimeanza kuwatch. I'm ever jumping into the news, I'm ever doing so. That thing ilikuwa imestick in my mind like this, and I remember even kuna some videos nilikuwa nimefanyanga kitambo where I started blaming like politicians. There is why our youths are the way we are. Sometimes you find you blaming your parents, but the moment I started jumping into personal development, I came to realize, oh no, despite Uhuru being in the seat, yeah, some people got wealthy, some people got broke. Despite Ruto being in the seat, some people still get wealth, some people still get broke. It doesn't
Okay.
matter if you are supporting him ama uko unamsupport.
It's a matter of the opportunities you look
Exactly.
onto and the
And
ones you'll hop onto.
exactly. And that's when I kind of changed my mindset. I remember I was so much a fan of Baba.
Of what?
I was a fan of Baba so much. So when time Ali lost ile time ya Uhuru is when I made a declaration and I said, whatever happens, whether I think I was having a conversation with a friend over the phone, nikasema whether atapata kiketi ama atapata kiketi, I don't care. My life, I still have to do blah 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 in my life, even. I started taking responsibility for my things, for my actions and my things. This is when I went deep into personal development. I went deep into learning. I went deep into attracting the people I've attracted in my life. I went deep into doing so many other things that I've done in my life. The moment you start taking responsibility, you stop blaming and you accept.
Okay.
Actually, life changes dramatically. It's very hard to accept because it reaches a point you find yourself also shifting blames. But the moment you still come back to that awareness, it changes the game. Wait, huyu mzee ako hapa. For how long has this guy been here?
I've been here. Nowadays, I'm a good listener. I just hop in, listen.
At nowadays, Victoria, ulikuwa unajua ameingia kwa call?
Sikuwa najua lakini sidhani ameingia kitambo.
Mm.
Mm.
Welcome.
Thank you bana, nimekuwa nimeshikana kidogo, nimechelewa kidogo but nimerush mbio.
Haina mburicha.
Otherwise mkoaje? Asubuhi pia mlinitoka.
Hakuna
Na
mtu
hiyo
anakutoka,
aje.
si vitu zote ziko tu hapo.
Nilikuwa nimekaa tu YouTube, sijui niliongea kwa nini. By the way, listen yoko, nilikuwa naiangalilia tu hapo YouTube tu.
Eh.
Hata nikasema leo hata situmii. Nilikuwa hapo kwa lapi nikafinya tu na nikaweka hapo.
Si nilikutumia link.
Ulinitumia, I think nilitoka nje.
Mm.
Nilikuwa distracted kidogo. Hiyo tu mambo ya tao.
Okay.
Mm.
Ah, sawa sawa. So we can continue. We decided to go a little bit back because of Victoria. Sisi I think tulikuwa tumefika almost page 25, so we went back to catch up na Vicky, alafu we can continue.
Yeah, it's okay. Hata mi last time sikuwa nashika vizuri. Sasa nilikuwa na usingizi mingi, sikuwa nashika vizuri.
Mhm.
Nilikuwa
Okay.
nimechoka
So
choka.
kwa hiyo story, si you continue from where Vicky amefika,
Mm. Okay.
ama unataka endelee? Anasoma vizuri sana.
Acha ajalia ka sauti kana bamba. Viki,
Hmm?
nisomee nilale.
Lale.
Ulale wewe.
Eh. You're doing very nice. Leo tupigie hii. Uko sawa.
Ati nifanye nini?
Leo tusomee.
Okay. Sawa, acha tuendelee basi. When
Okay.
you learn the trading skill of risk acceptance, the market will not be able to generate information that you define or interrupt as painful. If the information if the information the market generates doesn't have a potential to cause you emotional pain, there's nothing to avoid. It's just information telling you what the possibilities are. This is called an objective perspective, one that is not skewed or distorted by what you are afraid is going to happen or not
Uh,
happen.
I would like to halt there. I've gotten a very nice time that I really wanted to do a background research about it. This one, objective
Objective
perspectives.
perspective.
Yeah, nani anaweza i break down vizuri?
Objective perspective.
Yeah, objective perspective. Perspective.
I think it's just like suggesting something kama hiyo.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
An objective perspective is a viewpoint based on observable facts and actions, free from personal feelings, opinions, or biases. An objective perspective involves evaluating situations, events, or narrative based solely on verifiable evidence and
Oh,
observable phenomena.
ni, ni kama una evaluate a situation
Mhm,
without ubaguzi.
mhm.
As in tuseme you see a bad behavior towards someone, even though the person is your friend, you call out the behavior without favoring he's your friend or not, or maybe filtering words
Yeah.
which might make him
Uh-huh.
feel bad.
Maybe examples in life are like
Mm.
Ndo
examples.
hii hapa.
Ndio hiyo
Examples
hapa.
in life is like probably calling out a bad behavior towards your friend, as
Mhm,
in
mhm.
you call out the bad behavior without using any favorism because it's your friend. Like you just call a spade a spade.
Uh-huh. We just
Yeah.
pinpoint like kitu mbaya ni mbaya tu.
Mbaya.
Without any bias.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. It's like, oh yeah, I get it, I get it. I think we were, it's like you find me sitting down, then you just come na unanigonga mguu na unaenda.
No,
Huh?
No, that's
no.
not. Acha mi nitoe example.
Kwani is
Uh,
that good?
no, let me give you a nice example for that.
Umeikataa ni kama hiyo ni good.
An example is, let's say we say let's meet tuanze call saa 4,
Mhm.
alafu unakuja saa 4:30. I'll just tell you, David, time management is key. You see, nimekwambia tu kweli like okay, nime point in the behavior like ukiangalia hiyo
Yeah.
sentence imesema yenyewe umechelewa.
Mhm.
Unaona, umeambiwa
Yeah.
umechelewa but hujaambiwa tu, so we are pointing the mistake, like
Mhm.
saying the mistake hivyo.
Mhm. Mhm.
Like ni kama tu mtu utoke tu hivi alafu niambie mzee leo umechoma hivyo,
Mhm.
hujaniogopa. Unaona,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
umeniambia, yeah, umeni point
Mhm.
out the issue hivyo.
Mhm. So an objective perspective, but here we are saying it's free from personal feelings. We really have to distort it from personal feelings or biases.
Yes,
Eh,
So it's something that has no emotion.
exactly.
It's something that yenye tunaweza weka hapa na tuseme hata ng'ombe itajua ni mbaya.
Mm. Ah.
Yeah, ama nimesema
Yako naye ni moto.
yeah, hata ng'ombe itajua
Eh.
itasema yenyewe that thing is not good.
Mm.
Have you ever seen a dog imelala tu mahali aisumbui mtu aifanyi any other thing, then somebody anakuja huko kama ameigonga.
Mm.
Normally people around there will just complain automatic. Hata dogi yenyewe, hata madogi zingine zikiwa hapo zitakasikia huyo jamaa mwenye amefanya hiyo act.
Mhm.
Sijui kama unaelewa. It's just
yeah,
bad, uh, without any opinion, without any bias.
Mhm.
Ama mi naipataje? Victoria?
yes, if someone calls it out, that's the objective bias. Sorry, objective perspective. But
Uh-huh.
kuiangalia tu si objective perspective because you've not called it out.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So if someone who was there comes and calls out the man, that will be an objective perspective.
Uh, what if that person is calling it out based on his own personal feelings? Umewaipata somebody is reacting to something because of, it's like saizi, like these words that normally people use, like I tell maybe Nelson fuck you. I don't know if you're getting it, eh? Then
Mm.
you'll find Nelson hajakasirika about it, but kuna somebody amekaa hapo kando amekatch about that word. Will you call that an
No,
objective
but I
perspective?
think it should come from you. Have you said fuck you out of your personal feelings? If you've said out of your personal feelings, then it's not an objective perspective because your feelings are involved in there. Doesn't
Uh-huh.
matter if Nelson felt it or not.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think Victoria
Yeah.
umeisema vizuri. I think it is the person who is pointing the behavior.
Or the person who is pointing the behavior, like no, the person who is acting the act, who is doing the act.
Mhm.
So it's like let's say, oh, okay, I'm going to go now
No,
wild on
it's
this.
the person who's
Uh,
calling out the behavior,
the person who is
not the
calling
person
out,
who's acting out. The person who's calling out the bad behavior.
mwenye
Yes,
pinpoint.
Mwenye
exactly.
pinpoint, yes.
So it's just like mimi niambie Nelson fuck you, and then wewe Victoria we pinpoint.
Unaambia Nelson fuck you kwa nini? Are you
Sorry?
pinpointing something ama umemwambia tu fuck you?
Mimi nimwambia tu fuck you, then you because of your personal things with that word na nini ukareact back ukaanza kusema hey, that is not a good language, that is not.
But then that's not an objective perspective because you're not hakuna kitu you're not giving any observable facts ama
Ah,
calling out
uh-huh.
something. You just said it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So we'll get to trying to revamp my mind around that, because I remember one time we were having a big discussion about that area. I don't want to go there because it's like there's somebody who has just been born in war. He knows only killing. He kinds of
Okay.
enjoys that thing. Huh?
Mhm.
So yeye anaweza kupata hivi na akudunge kisu na atoke aende and ata feel nothing, ata nini nothing. Yeye kwake
Sasa
that's a good thing.
sasa unaona hiyo ni psychopathy.
Iko na wadi yake.
That's psychopathy.
Eh?
Yes.
It's just for me it's more of based on environment amekuwa na kila kitu. You can't even that blame that person because we sema that person he doesn't know really.
But do you know that can also be an illness?
Okay,
Not having empathy and
angalia,
just doing that.
umewahi chunwa na mtoto?
Eh?
Umewahi chunwa na mtoto akakuvuruta
Eh.
mapua ama akakuvuruta masikio ama macho akakudunga?
Eh.
Yeye anajua anything? How will you define that?
Kumbuka hapo ni mtoto. For real.
Eh?
It's a child. Do you know a
Okay.
child is not aware of many things?
Thank you. So that is the word I really
But
wanted you to use, the part of aware.
no. But
So this person is not aware that is causing you pain.
listen. But is the person aware of that act being bad? The
It
person
is not
might know
aware.
the act
For
is bad.
actually for him,
They're
is
just
doing
aware,
it.
but they don't have empathy.
Unapata for some of them, for them they're doing it with that mindset of they're doing good.
Okay.
Sijui kama unapata hiyo.
Exactly. And that's why I'm telling you that is psychopathy. If you're seeing that as good, then you're not
Yeah.
okay in the head.
Okay.
If you're seeing that as good, you're not okay.
So kids are
You
not
have a
okay
mental illness.
wakituchuna wakitudunga macho ama wakitususulia.
Please
Sawa.
no.
Let's
Please no.
eh?
You cannot compare grown up and a kid. You just know that. Jadi wewe unajua mtoto sahi, if nikuulize, if watoto wangekuwa able kuanzisha kujipeleka choo, so wanaanzanga kujipeleka
Wangekuwa
like watoto wakikuwa wadogo, wana shit on themselves.
yeah.
They are not aware, but if they are taught and trained, wanaanza kujua they need to use the washrooms.
Exactly. So you see that awareness comes from being trained. Okay?
Yes,
Huyu
and
ni mtu
also remember.
amefanya huyu ni mtu amefanya this act because that's how amekuwa brought up. Yeye anajua that is the goodest act. Yeye ajui the other part. Hajaambiwa this is doing this and this and this is bad to somebody else.
Kuna mtu anaweza kuwa brought up kuua
Yeah.
kila mtu akimkasirisha. Wapi?
Yes, it happens in this life. It's like look at these individuals who are born from maybe. Have you ever find these people who are born from these other places where there's literally war? They're just taught how to. Anything they'll be doing, they're doing it in the name of they're defending themselves, nothing else. So yeye atakupiga, atakufanyia anything in the name of is doing an act of goodness. And that is what we call it. It is also like unapata these guys who are taking to these big wars mara mingi, and that's why wanasemanga mara mingi kukuwa soja lazima ukuwe umekuwa brainwashed a little bit yani umekuwa brainwashed to a point you don't have that conscious to know that okay, I can shoot you but I'm only shoot. You know how the human mind works. Mahali kuna doubt, hiyo kitu haitafanyika, but akijipea ile part ya the goodness of him doing that thing. Yeah, Victoria kwa hapa malienda. Oh, ni kama ilikatika. Yeah, so anyway, tunaweza proceedingi mzee.
So I am sure.
Aha.
Ati
Oh,
unasema nini?
unaendelea kusoma. Nadhania umesema I am sure ni unaongea. Sawa.
Eh. Tuendelee. I
Mhm.
am sure there isn't one trader reading this book who hasn't gotten into trades too soon, before the market has actually generated a signal, or too late, long after the market has generated a signal. What trader hasn't convinced himself not to take a loss and, as a result, had it turn into a bigger one, or got out of winning trades too soon, or found himself in winning trades but didn't take any profit at all, and then left the trades turn into losses, or moved stop loss closer to his entry point only to get stopped out and have the market go back in his direction. Mazee, hii ni mimi hapa kwanza. Hizi hizi
Eh?
nimefanya kwanza hapo mahali penye unaweka trade
Yeah.
ukiangalia trade, yes, ilienda itu a ratio of 1:2, alafu unajiuliza what was I doing even in this trade, and then
Mhm.
eventually you lose it, ama unangojea trade imefika kwa entry yako penye ulikuwa umeweka pending order, alafu juu uliona inakuja na speed ukatoa,
Yes.
alafu kati na reject na unaingililia huko juu. Sasa alafu bado ninarudi tena huko chini tena, alafu inakutoa, alafu sasa inapanda vizuri pole pole, ikienda sasa na irudi tena, so you are
Uh,
like mm,
mhm. Ningengoja tu, nilikuwa na mbiu ya
ungengoja,
nini?
una regret, hata huwezi fanya analysis ingine tena, hiyo siku inakuwa mbaya.
Exactly, yeah.
These are but a few of many errors traders perpetuate upon themselves time and time again. These are not market-generated errors. That is, these errors do not come from the market. The market is neutral in the sense that it moves and generates information about itself. Songesha huko juu ndio tuende vizuri.
Mhm.
Movement and information provide each of us with the opportunity to do something that interprets this information, or control of the decisions and actions we take as a result. The errors I already mentioned and many more are strictly the result of what I call faulty trading attitudes and perspectives. Faulty attitudes that foster fear instead of trust and confidence. I don't think I could put the difference between the consistent winners and everyone else more simply than this. The best traders aren't afraid. They aren't afraid because they have developed attitudes that give them the greatest degree of mental flexibility to flow in and out of trades based on what the market is telling them about the possibilities from its perspective. At the same time, the best traders have developed attitudes that prevent them from getting reckless. Everyone else is afraid to some degree or another. When they are not afraid, they have the tendency to become reckless and to create the think or to create the kind of
Experience.
experience for themselves that will cause them to be afraid from that point on.
Mhm.
95% of the trading errors you are likely to make, causing the money to just evaporate before your eyes, will stem from your attitudes about being wrong, losing money, missing out, and
Leaving money on the table. Fuck it.
yes,
Mm.
and leaving money on the table. What I call the four primary trading fears. Now you are Now you may be saying to yourself, I don't know about this. I have always thought traders should have a healthy fear of the market. Again, this is perfectly logical and reasonable assumption. But when it comes to trading, Your fears will act against you in such a way that you will cause the very thing you are afraid of to actually happen. When very, very true. If you are afraid of being wrong, your fear will act upon your perception of the market information in a way that will cause you to do something that ends up making you wrong. When you are fearful, no other possibility exists. You can't perceive other possibility or act on them properly, even if you did manage to perceive them, because fear is immobilizing. Physically, it causes us to freeze or run. Mentally, it causes us to narrow our focus of attention to the object of our fear. This means that thoughts about other possibilities as well as other available information from the market get blocked. You won't think about all the rational things you have learned about the market until you are no longer afraid and the event is over. Then you will think to yourself, I knew that. Why didn't I think of it then? Or why couldn't I act on it then? It is extremely difficult to perceive that the source of this problem is our own inappropriate attitudes. That's what makes fear so insidious. What is insidious?
Insidious. Fear.
Mm.
So insidious. Oh, gotta search it, man.
Insidious.
Yeah. Oh, she's back.
Yes. What is that? Insidious is what?
Supernatural
Insidious
horror
is that.
film.
Ah.
Watu wananiambia nini?
Insidious meaning hiyo ni movie.
Sexual harassment proceeding in gradual, subtle way, but with very harmful effect or fear. So fear is insidious. Fear is harmful.
Very harmful.
Very harmful. Stealthy, subtle, surreptitious, sneaking, cunning. Oh, okay. Nani anaweza nisomea hii inasomewaje? Surreptitious.
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 Wa?
Huh?
Surreptitious.
Surreptitious.
Surreptitious. Okay. Oh, okay. Kusungu. Tunasema tunajua kusungu. Okay. So insidious is very harmful. So fear is harmful.
Okay. Many of the thinking patterns that adversely affect our trading are a function of the natural ways in which we were brought up to think and see the world. These thinking patterns are so deeply ingrained that it rarely occurs to us that the source of our trading difficulties is internal. In what derived from our state of mind. Indeed, it seems much more neutral to see the source of a problem as external in the market, because it feels like the market is causing our pain, frustration, and dissatisfaction.
Feel the pain. Embrace the pain.
So,
Love the pain. Nani anasemanga hiyo?
si ni ile motivation, ile jamaa fulani.
Yeah.
Motivation. Motivation. Hii nitakwambia baadaye. Obviously, these are abstract.
Nini umecheka peke yako? Okay, sawa.
Okay, there is a video I saw. I think there is a girl who was saying sijui what. And then somebody hawase hupenda kureact on those videos akamchallenge. I will send you that video. Okay. Obviously, these are abstract concepts and certainly not something most traders are going to concern. themselves with. Yet, understanding the relationship between beliefs, attitudes, and perception is as fundamental to trading as learning how to serve is to.
Tennis.
What is this? To
Tennis.
serve is to tennis. Oh, hapo alimaanisha nini?
Uh, I think he's just trying to compare whatever he has said with tennis. I think we say in tennis ball, wanga tunasema we serve. We serve.
Oh,
Eh,
oh, sure. Okay, okay.
yeah.
Oh, serve is to tennis, or as learning how to swing a club is to golf.
Yeah. Mhm.
Mhm. Put another way, understanding and controlling your perception of market information is important only to the extent that you want to achieve consistent results. I say
Mhm.
this because there is something else about trading that is as true as the statement I just made. You don't have to know anything about yourself or the market to put on a winning trade, just as you don't have to know the proper way to swing a tennis racket or golf club in order to hit a good shot from time to time. Okay?
Wow. This one speaks bold because actually this is always the game changer to that aspect of just saying, okay, you don't really know, you don't really need to have to know about the trading skill, to know about supply and demand, to know about fair value gap, just for you to win on a trade. Yeah,
Exactly.
or or to make money. That is just to say, like, not everybody when you unaona doing their post or amefanya nini, like ame make this amount, amefanya nini na nini, really knows about trading. You can just get lucky. And I think most of us have gotten lucky at some point in the market.
Mhm.
Na that luck again maybe ikakuwa a hindrance to us or ikakuwa pia a good thing to us.
Yeah.
Now most people who came to trading the first time and they got lucky, they never last mara mingi.
Yes.
So that is very bold.
Yes. So should I continue?
Yeah, you should continue. Unless
Yes.
huyu mtu anakula asali akona neno.
Yes, Victoria, tuambie.
Hai, kukula asali inamaanisha?
Si ukifanya umelamba asali tamu sana ama
Na clear my throat.
si asali ukikilambanga inaku yani ni tamu imeingia.
Mbona mimi
Oh,
sijaifanya hivyo?
oh.
Wewe unakula asali gani? Unakula askari nguru unasema asali.
Sawa. Umenikumbusha umenikumbusha hawa watu wanapandanga kwa gari asubuhi wakisema asali. Anyway.
Hizo ndio vitu inalambanga.
No, 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 no. There is this method they use, especially these people. Wacha niseme hii nimalize. These people wa kuuza dawa. I realized they use this thing, the fear.
Mhm.
They come to you, they sell you the fear, they tell you what and what, be nini, utafanya nini. And then they say, na niko na hii dawa. So people
Mhm.
buy.
Wana 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 relate na mashida zenyu.
Yes, unajua nilishai buy nikasema let me buy this thing to surprise you. Nilibuy moja nikajiambia no, let me just buy hii mitishamba hii wameweka unga unga. Hii ya green niende nipike. Nikanunua saga. So kununua saga. Like, it is true story. Like I was here with my sister. Nikanunua
Mhm.
saga. Na
Mm.
nikachemsha hii nikaweka kwa hiyo kikombe moto na nikachemsha hii nikaweka hivi.
Mm.
Na nikamwambia aonje, aniambie gani ni saga, gani ndio gani. And
Mm.
those these things were tasting the same.
So uliuziwa saga, uliuziwa mboga.
Yes, I think nowadays everything is just to believe. Because nakumbuka kuna day my brother huyo Travis, sijui kama unamjua.
Mhm.
Kuna day alikuwa mgonjwa, alikuwa amefika in a way that alikuwa hata amezirai. So nilimpeleka kwa dispensary ingine hapa, tukakosa dawa, akamwekea tu ile drip. Unajua inakuanga tu maji.
Sini maji yeah.
You see that guy vile aliekewa hiyo kitu man, huyu mzee hata hajai gonjeka tena. Mimi
Ah,
nilimwambia umewekewa dawa,
eh.
akaamka hata hajai gonjeka tena.
Maybe
Like
Dr. Victoria anaweza tuambia about that.
hey,
Doctor,
Yes.
maybe you can tell us about the psychology
Yes.
behind it. Kwa nini mnapeanga watu painkiller alafu wanatoka hospitali wamepona?
mm,
As in,
Mnapeanga watu painkiller alafu wanatoka usiku kama wamepona.
kweli.
Most
hey,
of the time. Yeah.
most of the time. Juu hata mimi nakumbuka there is this time nilikuwa nimeshindwa kutembea, nilikuwa nimebebwa kwa ile ka wheelchair. And then nikaona kuna mtu ni kama tumbo yake iko nje. Unajua mimi sikutibiwa tangu hiyo siku nilitoka hospitali mbio. Sijawahi gonjeka tena.
Umeshailesikia ile saying ya
Mm.
watu wanajileteanga ugonjwa, as in you believe you have a disease and then it comes
Yeah.
the same way you believe umepewa hiyo painkiller ama umepewa dawa, you'll feel better and you'll feel better.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah. Actually, for me, somebody who,
Umeshaisikia kitu kama hiyo?
yes, very true.
Mm.
Actually, somebody who really, I think I've told you about this, the word believe, because somebody did break it down for me. And that was Daring. What it is really to believe is to be the lie you're telling yourself over and over and over again. So,
Mm.
y- once you completely trust of you have complete trust in that lie that you've been telling yourself over and over and over. So you be, lie, then you live.
Mhm.
So you be the lie, then you start living that lie.
And then it just manifests in real
Then it
life.
manifests in real life. It just becomes. It's like spoon bending.
Yeah, yeah,
Unachukua
yeah.
spoon, unaweka kwa macho yako hivi, unaibend. In real life, the spoon has not bended, but wewe unaona kama hiyo spoon imebend.
Mm.
And nobody can tell you otherwise.
But hiyo
Because,
movie hiyo movie ilitolewa.
yeah, because it tells you a lot about whatever we keep telling ourselves. And that's actually, if you look at this elites guy, our elite, that's why sometimes they have to be weird. You just have to be a weirdo.
Mhm.
Hapo ndio unakuja kurealize we are living in different entities. We are living in separate worlds. We are living in different entities in a manifestation of one. So wakati wewe unaona shida, mwingine anaona opportunity. Wakati unaona opportunity, mwingine anaona shida.
So
Okay.
niendelee.
Yeah, you can continue. Ukichoka unaweza sema tu, then can help you as well.
That we can what?
Ndio
Sorry?
Victoria.
Hello?
Hello?
We can?
We can, which part are you talking about? Unajua sasa tatujui kama umekuwa na sisi ama ulikuwa umepotea.
Kenye umesema, the last statement umesema ati we
Oh,
can continue and then
yeah, I was telling Nelson he can continue ama akichoka anaweza sema tu alafu can help.
okay.
Yeah.
Ndio Victoria, hii masaa iko yake ya kuwa online. So namuelewa.
Yeah, ni saa ngapi? Let's see.
It's
At least we time
12:21.
ourselves. So we
Ni,
might be ending it in the
Mm.
next 10 to 15 minutes we end. Yeah?
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
because I have an early morning also.
Yeah,
Okay.
please. Okay.
Tumalize tuweke mahali penye tusome ka paragraph hadi hapa chini, then we'll call it
Okay.
a beautiful day. So the first time I played golf, I hit several good shots throughout the game, even though I hadn't learned any particular technique. But my score was still over 120 for 18 holes. Obviously, to improve my overall score, I needed to learn hapo alisahau kamoja, to learn a technique. Of course, the same is true for trading. We need a technique to achieve consistency. But what technique? This is truly one of the most
Perplexing
perplexing,
aspects.
perplex, perplexing.
I love
Okay,
this word, perplexing. I've been working so much hard on it.
uh, perplexing.
Mm.
That is perplexing. Mm.
What is to perplex?
Vicky.
Amaze.
Mm.
Flamboyance. Completely baffling, puzzling, mystifying,
Confused.
like something perplexing. More
What
of
about they talk about confusing?
yeah.
They talk about
Okay.
confusing. Mm.
So perplexing, that is it is just basically hard for somebody who has not been doing it to kind of fully grasp it in that aspect. Yeah, like kwa mtu mwingine inakuwa ni kama ni mysterious, it's kind of magical. Sijui kama unanipata.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like right now you tell somebody that I was able to make 50K within 5 minutes by just sitting like this, kufinya tu buy sell. That is perplexing.
Confusing.
Yeah, it's very confusing kwa mtu mwenye, especially kwa maparo.
Yeah.
Hey,
Eh?
wanashangaje.
They're like, you must be stealing, or you must have a big mama mahali, ama you must.
Numa. Anyway,
Yeah.
this is truly one of the most perplexing aspects of learning how to trade effectively. If we aren't aware of or don't understand how our beliefs and attitudes affect our perception of market information, it will seem as if it is the market's behavior that is causing the lack of consistency. As a result, it would stand to a reason that the best way to avoid losses and becoming consistent will be to learn more about the markets. This bit of logic is a trap that almost all traders fall into at some point. And
Mhm. Oh man. Oh, sorry, nimekurukisha.
okay,
Mm.
fall into at some point, and it seems to make perfect sense, but this approach doesn't work. The market simply offers too many often conflicting variables to consider. Furthermore, there are no limits to the market's behavior. It can do anything at any moment. As a matter of fact, because every person who trades is a market variable, it can be said that any single trader can cause virtually anything to happen. This means that no matter how much you learn about the market behavior, no matter how brilliant and analyst you became, you will never learn enough to anticipate every possible way that the market can make you wrong or cause you to lose money. So if you are afraid of being wrong or losing money, it seems you will never learn enough to compensate for the negative effects these fears will have on your ability to be objective and your ability to act without hesitation. In other words, you won't be confident in the face of constant uncertainty. So hapa hivi huyu Jangu anamaanisha unajua kuna ile design yenye you've known all the basics, you can trade on your demo hata unafanya vizuri, but uko like bado sijaiva, si ni hivyo?
Yeah. Yeah,
Mm.
exactly. And I was
Mm.
having this discussion with somebody else about,
Mm.
you know, sometimes like
Mhm.
kama mimi maybe I've been teaching maybe one of you or two of you about the market, yeah?
Mhm.
So any other time I'm jumping on a call, maybe on a trade with na nyinyi na mtu then they tend to wako na ile magic belief of umse wanga anaziget too right. You get it?
Yes.
Then you end up getting it wrong.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah?
Mhm.
So nakuwa flabbergasted how can that really happen?
Mhm.
Naona. And they don't really get it is maybe two or three occurrences as much as of yeah, I've been learning, I've been doing analysis, I've been doing this and this, I've been doing this and this and this and this. Yeah. When you get it wrong, they're like, "Mm-mm,
Mbona ameanguka?
mbona ameanguka?" Kumaanisha
Yes.
hajaiva hii stuff. Sika unaelewa?
Eh.
Nishika.
So there's always that. That's why wanasema the market, every trader pale, mtu yote mwenye anakuja is more of a variable. Okay?
Okay.
So so the game is being consistent. Okay?
Mm.
Yeah, I might get a wrong trade today. You might get a wrong trade today. That doesn't make you what?
Bad trader.
Bad trader. That doesn't make you a bad trader. And I've seen a lot of people condemning themselves because maybe they've tried trading maybe in a month, then wakapata hiyo month walikuja time yenye market sasa ilikuwa inafanya ile stuff. Market ilikuwa tu inafyeka.
Mhm.
From there mtu anaunua mikono anasema ai manze hii stuff haiwork.
Yeah, I've been there.
Mhm.
There is a time hata ile nilikuwa nakwambia ni kama hadi nakwambia na nikaa kwani inakaa aje? Like you do this, it is the same thing you have been doing for so long.
Ah.
Then now that thing is it's not even working anymore. You are like, hey, that's the problem.
And hapo ndio unapatanga sasa people don't stick to strategies. People tend to jump in from one strategy to another. People tend to
Uh,
do a lot of things because of uncertainties. Especially,
So
I want you to identify how many people quit the market when the market is consolidating.
a
Watu
lot of
wengi sana.
mm,
A lot of people blow accounts. A lot of people quit trading. A lot of people because
yeah.
it's just chaotic.
So unajua before hiyo nini like nilikuwa nimenini sana, then I came and sit down nikajiuliza what is the problem. Then I
Mhm.
came to realize the problem was simple. It is just that the market was making a deep pullback.
Yeah. Mm.
So mi
So,
nimezoea tu
mhm.
so juu strategy yangu inafikanga kwa 618 786 inageuka, so I was like lazima igeukie hapa, na haigeuki, unaenda tena haigeuki, same setup haigeuki, inaendelea tu kwenda chini.
Mhm. Mhm.
eh yes.
Yeah, so that's why you have to really stay long in the chart to be able really to really observe like That's why kuna vitu zingine zikihappen hata au panic, uko tu like okay. That's why Nelson, mi unaweza kuuliza about what happened to the market last year and you can still have the picture of it, like the market has been doing this and this and this. I don't know kama ume realize from us doing the monthly overall recap, alafu uanze kutrade hizi madaily na manini, hata ustukangi na market,
Yeah.
unatulianga tu like okay, because umeona overall, umejua 1 2 3, so hizi vitu zingine zikifanyika mingi, you're like okay, let me just chill, because you know eventually the market is either doing this or doing this. Uko kwa ile super chill mode. Okay, yeah, so do we end it there ama tumalize hii paragraph? The hard cold reality of trading is that every trade has an uncertain outcome. Unless you learn to completely accept the possibility of an uncertain outcome, you will try either consciously or unconsciously to avoid any possibility you define as painful. In the process, you will subject yourself to any number of self-generated costly errors. Now, I am not suggesting that we don't need some form of market analysis or methodology to define opportunities and to define opportunities and allow us to recognize them. We certainly do. However, market analysis is not path to consistent results. It will not solve the trading problem created by lack of confidence, lack of discipline, or improper focus. When you operate from the assumption that more or better analysis will create consistency, you'll be driven to gather as many market variables as possible into your arsenal of trading tools. But what happens then? You are still disappointed and betrayed by the market, time and time again, because of something you didn't see or give enough consideration to. It will feel like you can't trust the market, but the reality is you can trust yourself. But the reality is you can't trust yourself. I hope that speaks bold.
Yeah, it is very true. There is a time I came to have this problem. Like you have a setup, and then you feel like you always feeling like it is wrong,
Mhm.
and then the market inaguza your entry, inaenda to your profit areas, and then the
Yeah.
day you just enter this, then you are whipped like a baby.
Mhm. Inakufanyia ile stuff. So naona our time is on the clock. We still have 1 minute. Any closing remarks?
Vicky is here. Vicky,
Yes, yeah.
say something.
Ulisharara?
Hapana, nimeanza kusinzia.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we can
Hey,
just talk. Leo
Nelson,
umejaribu. Yes.
hebu fanya hivi.
Hmm?
Umezelea, naona umezelea, sawa.
Yaani leo
Hmm?
ni God manze.
Ati ni good.
Eh,
Unajua umefanya hivi nikaona zimefunika mdomo. I was like fuck. Unakula nini ya nyeusi hiyo?
ndevu. Wasichana wanapenda ndevu siku hizi. Oh. Victoria, si mnapenda ndevu?
Sasa umefugia nani?
Mm.
Umefugia? Hmm?
Unasikia wasichana wanataka ndevu. Hakuna mtu msichana anataka emoji. Okay. Wacha tuachilie nani alale ndio kesho
Yeah.
apate nguvu ya kupiga shughuli.
Okay, Victoria.
Mm.
Yes.
Ukiniamsha kesho asubuhi niamshe na respect kidogo at least. Usinistue.
Nakushtwanga kweli?
Mimi nimesema unanishtuanga.
Mbona unasema nisikushtue ni kama wana kushtua?
I hope
Ah,
mnani I hope mnaniona vizuri.
kukuona vizuri aje?
Nilibuy light. Kwani mtaki hata mcomment man? Kwani
Oh,
amuoni efforts? Ah,
oh,
I was waiting for that.
okay.
amuongei. Hata najaribu kuongeza mwangaza maana mbongi.
Kwani unadhania nikianza kucomment ndevu? What was I trying to pinpoint? Nilitaka tu, nilijua tu kuna hiyo word nilijua tu kuna something, kuna some changes.
Hadi naongeza light ifike mwisho, amuongei.
Ah, 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 ai, Acha kubehave kama kadem nini wewe?
Ambongi man. Ai,
Hmm?
gratitude wase man. Yo, ai imekuwa mbaya. Yes.
Iko fiti kabisa.
Guys,
By the
let
way,
me go and sleep.
is anyone journaling the trades? Wanachukua maback test. Kuna mtu ana journal?
I'm always journaling my trades. Today nilikuwa naangalia journal ya Victoria, the way she's doing. Super
Mm.
awesome.
Oh, yangu si unajua ile technique natumia ni ile ile tu.
Mhm.
Yes. So itafika place kila mtu atakuwa hata anaonyesha. Unajua ndio tukue serious kabisa. We don't need
Yeah.
to be many. Tuna nini tu tunasaidiana like kama mtu unaona. Unajua kuna naweza dhania mimi ndio na journal vizuri kumbe hata nafanya tu vitu.
Mhm.
Yes.
Uh, at least it took kill in Israel strike Lebanon without warning. I don't know. Hii
Mm.
ceasefire ni kama itatupiliwa mbali tena, so I don't know. Hii market ikifunguka sijui inataka kufanya nini.
Ai, mimi niliamka asubuhi ma vitu zilihit TP hata zimeruka huko juu hata sijui zilikuwa zimeenda
Zile
wapi. Hata
hit
leo
TP
siku.
poa. Hmm?
Eh?
Hmm. Zile hit TP
Nilikuwa
poa sana. Hey,
nilikuwa
Victoria.
Yes.
Hey, good night. Bora ukitoka hapa kwa hii call kama mimi sijalala.
As in,
Asi good night. Jua tu mimi sikulala mapema lakini nataka ning'ang'ane hata mimi nilale mapema. We'll
so
be jumping.
nikuamshe ama nisikuamshe?
Unistue saa ngapi? Nilikwambia saa ngapi? Wewe umesema saa 5.
Hapo ndo saa 5 ndo nitakuwa free.
Wewe ukiamka ukienda shule uniamshe, mimi niamke nifanye vitu yangu.
Sawa.
Ah, good night.
Lakini nakuamshanga unakwanga umeshaamka.
Sijui ni kama uwanga ninaota alafu naamuka na ninaotanga umenipigia simu naamuka mapema.
Sawa basi, nikiamka nitakuamsha.
Sawa.
mnajua mko
Yes, good
live.
night
Mnajua
everyone.
mnajua
Si
mko
ni
live.
sawa.